that.
Oh shit.
It's getting crazy here. Hey, you got your hair is more Jewish now.
Yes, it's my haram has begun. No.
Are you in Hanukkah or something?
Sometimes my hair just does this. My every day it has a life of
Jew.
its own. It has a life
Go-
of its own.
Yeah, every day my hair goes Jewish, just a bit more.
You shaved your head, right?
Yeah, but it's growing again, but it's definitely not Jewish. Oh,
What the fuck happened last time? Like
I don't know, man.
I disappeared into another dimension.
Yeah, we were pretty high.
That was fucked up, dude.
Yeah. So, how are you doing there? How's been the lockdown?
It's been on a autopilot. No, I've been keeping busy, but
Yeah, a lot of jerking off. Yeah,
sometimes it helps.
I got crust on my dick.
You
for
got
so
what?
much jerking. Like crusts, like little. I think I have to stop to jerking off a bit, like a few days, in order to heal the wound.
Recover. Yeah, that's important. And how's your week been?
My what?
Your week, that past week.
My week. Oh. Well, as I said before, I was, learning to beatbox.
Oh yeah.
I was receiving, how do you say, embarque.
You were waiting for a
Yeah, a lot of shit.
a package
A lot of packages. Yeah.
for your snuff videos.
It's not snuff, but well, I'll tell you along the way what's coming about. So, well, do you remember we will try to, get close to the people hearing this and ask him some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have so many, feedback as the last time, but
Okay.
but I do have a few interesting questions that we might, get into it.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Dear Carlos and Dimitri, this is Marcelo Vargas, Chile. He says, I love how anti-vaccine people are having a great time right now. Right? All natural. Facing a virus without a vaccine. Must be paradise. Care to comment? Haha. I know what he's doing there. Yeah, all these idiots always go, hey, you shouldn't vaccinate your son because he's gonna get autistic or homosexual. And you should let the nature take care. Well, now nature is taking fucking care.
Yeah.
They must be like, oh, it's cleansing the world, or the world is restoring itself. I don't know, man. I think we need a fucking vaccine right now.
Yeah, it's true.
You see?
Yeah. But a friend of mine told me this is the best way to get people to to want to get vaccines, and they can put microchips in you. Like, this is good deal. So that you have to think about it in the other way. Sometimes you have to think, what about these crazy people are actually right?
Yeah, well, they can actually do that with nanotechnology.
Yeah, so it's a little coincidence, like I was saying. Like, I wouldn't be so. I also want a vaccine, but I'm also aware that might be some of their plans.
Yeah, you seem to know a lot of conspiracy theories.
I mean, I think it's a good way to think, because it's better to think about conspiracies than to accept everything that's put in front of you.
Well, you have to question everything.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. That's why I don't know the answer, but if tomorrow they say there's a vaccine, I would be skeptic. I would be like, well, I haven't gotten sick. I'm okay here, and I don't know, because I mean, really these machines are reading my mind now. I'm looking at a video and something, and I want to search for something, and I put one letter, boom, and it fills it up. It's really weird, and I'm like, whoa.
You're watching too many documentaries.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm just letting my mind fly. I'm open to all ideas. That's all.
I remember this quote from Herschel. Do you remember Herschel from The Walking Dead? the old man who had a farm.
Okay.
The farm old man.
Okay.
Yeah, he was talking to Rick and he told him, we have survived plagues before, the humans. Things go south, but we endure.
Yeah.
This will pass on. We will thrive, and things will get better.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
It's like, yeah, fingers fucking. Well, there are no zombies yet, but yeah, yes, that's wishful thinking.
But actually,
But you see,
what? I'm
yeah.
listening. I listen.
Oh, well, I was thinking about. Have you seen the John Hopkins University of Medicine coronavirus map?
No. What does it say?
No. Oh, you're gonna love that, brother. I'm gonna send you the link. It's like a world map with the official counting of the infected, the ones who
okay, I've heard it.
got,
I've heard. Yeah. But
the ones who got better and deaths.
I understand now. Now I know what you're talking about. But I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm not thinking the whole time about this virus. I was much more worried about talking to you and philosophizing.
Oh,
It's
you're so sweet.
no, it's. I mean, and with today I had a meeting with other friends, and
Yep.
they all brought up the subject, and it's okay. But my mind is not there because it's only when I share with another human like this encounters that the subject is brought up. I'm like,
So you're not freaking out.
no, because I think that's part of the mind control. That's part. I mean, I do feel some sadness, but I also say instead of worrying about that feeling, I do another thing. Okay, I feel this. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna write. I just use my mind in another. And I also heard that on Monday they're gonna free the quarantine. So I'm planning with a friend to ride our bikes to the mountains. So I'm already thinking about that, and that's on Tuesday. So I have other things to do, and I'm not sure. I just think about the future and all, but I try to keep calm and not be scared.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I haven't
get
seen the news today, or I actually feel good. It's maybe if you want to keep talking about that, it's good. But I don't think it's not. We have nothing new from last week. You understand?
Yeah, that is nothing new. Just a little thing that I watched on YouTube. You see, the numbers in the United States have gone to the roof. And there was this journalist, taking comments from people. And there was this big traffic jam. And in this traffic jam, there was an old lady, jumped in the car. And the guy goes and said, hey, the fuck you doing here? Are you not scared you're gonna get contagious or you're gonna get infected? And the old woman said, fuck no, I got Jesus on my blood. I have the blood of Jesus.
Yeah,
I said, fuck man, they're gonna die. They're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
I believe that's a very religious country. I believe everyone, half of the country believes in angels. And they're going like, no, let's go to pray to the church and this will all blow over. They're gonna die.
We're all gonna die, man. Hey,
there is that.
I saw Watchmen, the whole series.
Oh, you watched Watchmen?
I watched it in one sitting.
Oh, fuck me, that's like 8 hours movie.
Yeah, I did it nonstop.
Yeah, you Jeremy Irons, he's a great actor.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed it. There was a few critics. I mean, a few things I didn't like, but that's impossible not to happen. But I enjoyed it a lot. I did enjoy it a lot. But I don't think it's a good idea to binge watch a series that long. My brain at the end was like.
You like the music?
Oh man, the music was awesome. I actually did the same thing that you did. I listened to it on YouTube soundtrack.
Like a fucktard. I listen that soundtrack every day. I'm hooked.
Yeah, man. And, Trent Reznor is amazing. Then
who the fuck is Atticus Ross? I said it's Trent Reznor with Atticus.
He's just another another musician, but
Oh.
he's like more like the famous face is Trent Reznor because well he's Trent Reznor, but this guy I investigated him a little bit, not much.
Oh.
One of your slaves escaped. What happened?
Something. It's the cut.
The cops.
Yeah, have to, we developed a system. So I do some hand gestures and they get it.
Are you shirtless?
No, I'm not. I'm just wearing a tank top.
Oh.
I might as well be shirtless. Yeah. Well, I love how Adrian Dent said in Watchmen, these creatures are ill-designed. It's like referring to the human creature as like a flawed design. Like we might have been, designed better. I always thought that we should be, like plants, like absorbing this thing about eating food and taking a shit. It's taking a toll on the body. We should, like expose ourselves to the sun and get the energy.
But I think we are a mixture between plants and animals. I think we're a little bit of both. We have because we have microorganisms all around our body, and we do actually need the sun. We need that vitamin D.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is we should be fed with sun.
I mean,
we will be greener. I don't know, but that'll work.
I do treat my body like a plant. I do think that I water it a lot, and I go out, I move, and that keeps me going. Just I do actually think that one has to be like a plant. And in plants to grow, they need nitrogen and potassium. They need different minerals, and so do we. That's why it's important to have a healthy diet, and that's the way I live my life. I try to live as healthy as I can, as balanced as I can, and I actually live my life. I try to live my life as a plant, and and I do think that really, I do.
Yeah, it sounds funny. You should be greener.
Yeah, no, I'm not a plant. I don't have chlorophyll, but I try to be green.
Yeah, I think it's time for watering.
Next time we should buy like gin or rum and do some shots, man. I think next time we're gonna be able to do it in person.
We should get drunk.
Yeah, I have a video of you ripping your shirt off.
Is that on tape?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did I scream something before the act?
Yeah, no, not the original video. I don't have it. I only have the edited version.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Here's the
to
clip.
show it.
I am the god of hellfire. Very sexy.
Oh,
very sexy.
Yeah, I've seen better days.
I remember that day you were really drunk. I remember I was with Javier. We were just talking, and you called us from your house.
Yeah. Did I?
And you were telling us a story. Oh no, you were with your sister. You were even closer. You were walking from your sister's house to here, and you started on the phone telling us a story. And I told Javier to leave the phone on speaker, just throw the phone.
You sack of shit! You left me just talking to myself.
And every minute I would go like, really? And you would go like, yeah.
You're gonna pay for this, Jewish boy.
Then you came back. You came here, and we drink more. And man, I was fucked up, man. You broke. Yeah. You ripped your shirt. Oh, and you wanted to pee in my closet.
Yeah, I was about to pee in your closet, but I don't remember actually. I just woke up somewhere else.
That was funny.
It's fun.
It's been a long time since I don't get drunk.
I remember your birthday. You were drunk as fuck.
Yeah, I was shit faced there. Yeah. No,
That's how you roll.
But you left earlier. That I kept getting drunker, man.
Yeah, I have an errand to make.
Yeah, I know. It was in the week, so you had to leave. I understand.
Yeah, I have to do some shit afterwards.
When's your birthday, man?
Well, you should guess my zodiac sign.
You're a Tauro.
Why would I be a fucking bull?
I don't know what are you? Pisces? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the greatest.
Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Oh, I'm Sagittarius.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
You're
we
in
don't care about anything.
you're in December or October?
Yeah, December.
December, yeah. Yeah,
We are the closest to nihilist in nihilism. We just don't go along.
what's the definition of nihilism?
Well, that nothing really matters. That this is all a fucking joke, a butt joke. But I rather marry myself ideologically with absurdism, which is the Albert Camus proposal, which deviates from nihilism because it takes the premise that nothing makes sense. All right,
Yeah.
that everything is meaningless. There is no God. There is nothing. You were nothing before you were born. You live, you grow up, you have children, maybe not. Then you die, and there is nothing again. So it's pretty sad. That's nihilism. But absurdism takes that premise and says, "Well, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
But that
it's
doesn't
absurd."
mean, yeah, but you should be careful not to take it to extreme because that doesn't mean that there are no laws. Because there are,
Well,
there are like biological laws. I mean, there's gravity, first of all.
yeah. I mean, there are those things, but he's talking about the meaning of life. I mean,
Yeah.
all right, you got gravity, you got all that shit, but then you die and there's nothing. So
No,
what's the point?
but what I was trying to say is like if life is so absurd, one might go to the extreme thought and jump off a window, but it's not there. It doesn't work that way.
Well,
Mi-
you might do that. The thing is, there are consequences to actions.
Yeah, I think you have to just like you have to have a balanced thought. So you should think life is absurd, but you also should think it might not be. So that way your feet are always on the ground. You understand?
Yeah.
The first time,
Well, yeah.
my heart got broken. The fall, I mean, the pain was very big because my feet lifted up from the ground. I was so in love, my feet got off the ground. So when it was cut off, the fall to the floor was very big. And ever since that, I've gotten hurt other times, but my feet have always been on the ground. So the pain has been less. It has been less painful because the fall has been a minor distance. You understand?
Yeah. It's like when you get high for the first time, you
Yes.
get high as fuck.
Yeah, and also
then
when
you get high after it's not the same.
the other times maybe my feet have gone up off the air have been on with psychedelics. That
Ooh.
so sometimes I have made some mistakes and I've let my thoughts wander. And I do think it's good to have this absurdism point of view, also nihilist and also religious. I think life has to be balanced. And when I speak with people, and I include you in one of these people, and many others, I think you guys point fingers and judge other people. For example, the lady that said Jesus blood, or people
Yeah.
the people that don't want to vaccine their children, or people.
And you think that's not right?
I don't think that's right.
I don't care. I judge.
Yes, it's good. No, we all judge that. It's okay. But
Yeah.
I think it has to be balanced. There has to be
Well-
a little judgment. You understand?
I agree with the balance stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I talk about the meaningless point of view of life, I don't know if I said it correctly. The nihilist, when they say what's the point, of course you can take it to an extreme and kill
Yes,
yourself.
that's why I
Well,
do.
that's I'm not saying you have to. That's the way to go. I'm just saying that the philosophy the main core of the philosophy of nihilism. It's like there is nothing. This is like, what's the point of living if you're going to die and there is nothing?
Yeah,
And then absurdism says that's the joke. That's it's great. I mean, yeah, there's nothing. What up?
yes, but I'm still hungry and I still want to cook. I mean, I'm with you. Like life's absurd, but I'm still hungry. Or life's absurd, but I still have to pay rent. You understand? So
Yeah.
so those things bring you back to this reality that and we're in, like that they've placed us. Because we all, you and me, we have this barcode when we're born. We have a number.
Oh. You're gonna freak out with this one. This is the other question I got.
All right.
Check this out. It says, Dear Carlos and Dimitri, Sebastian. He says, I just saw that meme. How do you say that?
In English, meme. I would say meme.
All right. I just saw that meme about the couple in bed where the mom says to dad, "Hey, wake up our son." And the next image is the guy grabbing the kid by the shirt, scaring the shit out of him, revealing him some early truth you're not supposed to know at that age. Oh, I've seen that. Have you seen that?
No. How is it?
Oh, it says, "Honey, wake up our son." And the second image is the guy grabbing the kid, telling him shit like there's no life, there is no meaning.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right. So, the guy grabbing the kid by the shirt, scaring the shit out of them, revealing him some early truth you're not supposed to know at that age. He says, and I quote, so this is the dad grabbing the kid. And the meme says, "The fact that all nature is based upon mathematics may suggest that mathematics is just the code of the computer simulation we are currently living." Whoa. Serious mindfuck, ain't it? Thoughts? Like math is code. But basically what it says is that math is code. And everything is based, or reality is based on math. So that may suggest that mathematics are the code of the computer simulation. That's pretty...
Yeah, that's awesome.
Meta.
I like that. I like it. But also, I mean, I've thought of many times in my life, I've thought, maybe this is a fucking simulation because of like these magic things that happen all the time. Like these, sometimes, how do you say, like these deja vus, like these sometimes the system is broken. It's very weird.
That's the Matrix glitch.
Yeah,
the one with the cut.
Yeah, I like that. That's why I like that movie so much, and I think we're closer to it. And I think it's interesting to live life like that, and I think it's important sometimes to do it. But like I'm telling you, these rational thoughts that are implanted in our brain, like rent or food and all these other things, get us away from it. It's like you can't escape. What's the way to escape this? If life is a computer simulation, what else can you do? Can you just... I've always had this I've always wanted to do this short film. There's like this a bunch of friends are together, and they're drinking and laughing. And this guy, he's just there, sitting there, and he's thinking. And there are a lot of people talking around him, but he's to himself, thinking, and he's thinking, and then a person appears in front of him, and he says, "You're ready to go to the next level." Boom, and they
Pump
leave.
you up.
Boom. Like you discover, okay, now you can go with us. Sometimes I've been waiting for that.
Well, there is an interpretation of the same concept, but the approach is about the consciousness level.
Let's see.
Yeah. So you became self-aware at some point in your life. Let's say 2-3 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. I don't remember that much. It's too long ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you became self-aware, and that's some basic self-awareness. Like, all right, this is me.
Yeah.
What up? And you see these big, tall people, and you say, "Fuck me!" And you don't understand shit. You just live in life.
Yeah.
And then you get wake up by your dad, as the meme. but that will be life. Life teach you stuff.
Yeah,
But
if you want to, because if you don't want to, you can look down your whole life. If you want to, because
I would say I have. Well,
What?
yeah.
No, because some people are scared of the light, so they don't want to see it, and their whole life they're just looking down, without knowing that you can just look up, and there are other
Well,
things.
that's the cavern story.
Oh yes, the
The one with the lights and the
yeah,
shadows.
but there's a form of saying that it's more than a story. It's more. I can't remember epopeia, and I don't know if it's epopeia, but I forgot now. But
Popeye.
no, I'm wrong. But there's like a way to call that story, that it passes throughout cultures, but it's the same story as Matrix, but I forgot the word.
I recently realized that Popeye is not Popeye. It's
Popeye?
Popeye.
Popeye,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Popeye. Yeah,
In
because he
English.
has this eye. He has this eye fucked up, probably from
Popeye.
fr-
Popeye.
yeah, Popeye.
Ah, cool.
He
English.
got one eye fucked, probably
A disease.
fighting. He was a fighter.
It's
Yeah.
a virus.
Well, maybe he got the virus. He got the crazy eye.
Oh.
Well, I would say I have two breaking points of self-awareness in my life. The first one was when I was 6 years old, or maybe 7, and I was in the back of the car of my grandfather, which is dead now. And we were traveling from point A to point B. I don't actually remember where we were going. That's not the thing here. So I was watching through the window the other cars, like a puppy, like, oh, cars, just a little kid. But at some point, I got self-aware. No, I just took a look inside the car, and I realized there was another family there. Other grandfather, other kids, other mother, and every car had a family, and other people thinking and talking shit. You know, I became aware of the collective.
Whoa.
I was like, "Fuck me." Is that? Well, I didn't ask. Is that for real? Because of course it was real. I was watching it.
Yeah.
But that was the first breaking point.
Whoa.
From that point, I became really interested in other people. I'm a people person.
Yeah.
You know, I like to know people, even people that disgust me or I find idiots, or I think they're idiots. I like to know them. Ask
Why they're
them
idiots?
things.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of kinds of idiocy, but so that's the first breakpoint. And the second one was at 15 years old when I read Carl Sagan. Do you know that dude?
Yeah, he's the like astrologist, right? Astronomer.
Yeah. Astronomer.
Yes.
Yeah, not astrology.
Yeah,
Astrology
sorry.
is like
Yeah.
hippie shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this guy was a scientific communicator.
Yes.
He was
Like the old
doing
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
yeah, the first one. Yeah,
The first.
actually Neil deGrasse Tyson is his pupil
Yes.
of sorts.
Yes.
Yeah, so this guy was on a crusade. He wanted people to know that there are things out there that you don't understand, and the tool that we use to understand things, it's science. So he got banned from a lot of university. He got shows cancelled because in that that age humans were too religious. It's like the 80s. Especially in the United States, they tried to to almost burn him in the stake,
Whoa.
figuratively speaking. Yeah. So he wrote a lot of books, and the one I got was Broca's Brain. And Broca, it's the last name of a scientific who discovered the Broca area. And the Broca area is in the forehead, and it's the brain area that allows you to understand language and develop understanding of words.
The frontal lobe.
Yeah, but it's in the. I don't know if it is exactly in the frontal lobe. It might be, but that's the Broca area. So the book starts with Carl Sagan visiting a museum of, I think, in Germany, and he goes to the basement where they have, flasks of
brains.
Every major scientist in formalin, like preserved. Einstein brain.
Yes.
Or other dudes. It's funny. I only know Einstein. Well, and there was Broca. And this guy goes like, well, this is Broca's brain, Broca's area, blah, 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 blah. And then he talks about the the gazillion of connections in the neural connections, which resembles the millions of stars in the galaxy. And he does this saga shit where he connects everything with everything. And then he began to speak, he began to talk about the distance of the Earth and the Moon, and saying to you, all right, you are in the States, you take, 1 day traveling to France. Well, if you travel to the Moon, will be like 300 days traveling to France, or some sort of, equation, simple equation for simple-minded people to understand.
Okay.
And then goes between the Earth and Jupiter the Sun, and he goes mental, man. He began to use that shit. I don't know, when you get a number and you have a small number.
Yes. Like one Google is like one followed by 1 million zeros. That's like a Google.
Yeah, exactly.
We need those numbers to express those distances.
Exactly.
Like our brain is not made to understand a trillion.
Exactly. A trillion trillions.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, that's the point. I mean, I arrived to that point of understanding that I am not able to understand. And I was, fuck me. Where the fuck am I? This is a sphere floating in the dark. In a cold universe.
And there's a ball of fire, a
fucking fireball that gave us life.
And
it
gives us energy, heat, and if we look at it, we go blind. If we're too exposed, it burns us. If we don't have it, we die of coldness. And if it's not there, we feel sad. When it's there, we feel happy. And
it's crazy.
It makes our planet. My two fairy tattoos is the sun. I have the sun tattooed here and the moon here, and it's for me. It's God. Yeah, the flowers. I mean, they're
not flowers.
the meaning. I mean, the sun is everything in life.
Show us the flower. Show us the flower to people to see. Come on.
Let's see.
Watch the mic.
No, it's right there. There's no problem.
Cool.
You might hear it different. Well, with this light, you can't see it, but that's.
Yeah.
It's red.
It's so like looks like a bad burn from here, but yeah.
And the other one, but
it's the moon.
Yeah, these colors are gonna. It looks different with this sunlight, but.
That looks great. Yeah.
But yeah,
I remember good.
The other day, did you see the moon? The moon the other day?
No, but I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it before.
The other day,
that's what you ask.
The other day, it was the closest it's gonna be to Earth in at least this year.
I heard that shit before.
Yeah, no.
Every time it looks the same. But what's with the closer thing now?
Well, it looked amazing, man. It was the first time I went up to the roof of my building, and there was like no lights, so I was there looking at it, and after I stopped looking at it, and I took my eyes away, I could still see the light in my eye. Like what that happens when I see the sun, and it's never happened before with the fucking moon, man. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how bright it was.
Luna.
And that made me think we are nothing, and we think we're in this planet, our species thinks it's the biggest one, the best one. But
No, that we're special. We're not special.
I have a theory that there is another life form with intelligence that lives close to the core of the planet. There,
Reptilians.
call them what you want. I call it like Atlantis. This is my theory. Like they have consciousness, but they don't look human because we look how we look because of the distance from the sun, because we need air. We adapted and we evolved to look this way. But I'm pretty sure there are other evolved species that think just more than us, but they are not aware of us and we are not aware of them yet.
Yeah, well, the Soviets realized of their existence way 50 years ago. You see, back in the day, one of my first work was to translate written documents of the KGB to Microsoft Word. They wanted to digitalize everything.
Yeah.
So I found out a lot of freaky shit, man. One of those shit was about the reptilians. They caught one. And they do not look reptilian because they have developed the technology to pass themselves for whatever they want. It appears that our brain is too basic and they can, tap into it
Yeah, I can imagine.
and do stuff.
We live
Yeah.
we live between them. I think there are people between us that are
Well,
spies.
the funny things, they live underground, but sometimes one of them goes up because they have a lot of as we do. They have disciplines like I don't know, mathematics, engineering, and they have anthropologists,
Cool.
which so there's some sort of anthropology student or a researcher that goes up to check what's happening with us. But we are like monkeys for them.
Do you know the movie They Live?
They live.
Yeah.
That one with the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
That's an amazing theory. And
Yeah.
I bit my fucking tongue. They're onto us.
Oh,
Shit.
you bit your own tongue and you ask me what does an idiot look like?
Yeah, it's true. Like millions of years evolving for me to bite my tongue.
To bite your own tongue, to hurt yourself. Well, so summing it up, that was my second breakthrough when I realized that all this shit was like huge, like almost infinite. And since then, I lost shame. I don't care. Of course, I know people. I know actions have consequences, so I have to be careful at some level. But I don't fear engaging people. I don't give a fuck.
Good. If you do it with
and
respect.
Yeah, with respect, or maybe I don't know, but because I see people who are afraid of engaging people.
Yeah. It's true.
They are like shy, and there is no point to be shy.
I mean,
You're
'cause
going to
it
die.
is a dangerous place, so you don't know. And of course, you're speaking from a male point of view, but if you,
Yeah.
but I mean, I've heard, and I've interviewed a lot of girls, and they're saying like it's true. There is, we can't see there are. I mean, you can't see the world through another person's eyes. For you, a male and a big male, it's easier to go and speak with anyone because you
Yeah.
could
I
physically
get the
defeat.
point.
So that's why you have to be
Yeah,
aware
well,
that.
I'm talking for me, of course.
Yeah.
If I were a woman, I would be scared of men. Of
You
course.
understand, like
They're-
but
They're
the good
fucking
thing,
crazy.
the good thing is that you saw when you're a kid, and now you understand that other people have different lives, and there's a word for that. So it's I forgot the name, sadly, but it describes that when you're aware that other people have the same thoughts that you do, that you're not the only one in the world. Sonder, that's how you
Yeah.
call it. S-O-N.
The thunder.
So no, Sonder. Sonder.
The Sunder.
Sonder.
What's that?
Sonder. That's the definition of the word I was describing. The feeling that you're aware that there are other people that have the same universe that you have, the same thoughts, and that's
Oh.
why I think it's good to approach other people, but you don't know their universe. You understand? You don't know what
Well,
they've been through.
I'm not saying to attack them.
No,
All right.
approach, but they can attack you, and
Yeah.
that's the first thing. And I like approaching new people, but I'm also aware that my life that they could attack me, and they could take advantage of me. You have to be aware, and that's why I think that people are less approachable because these mass media have made us scared of one another, and now we're so scared that we're not even talking or looking or touching each other. So, and they,
Yeah.
so that's why I go back to the beginning. I'm trying to think of other ways to distract my mind because you said reptilians, our brains are very easy to crack.
Topic.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm really aware of that, so I try to think as a reptilian, and I try to hack my mind into keep continuing. There's these the human brain is amazing. When I studied that when people get kidnapped, for example, this lady, she was kidnapped for 8 years, and she spent, I don't know, 8 years under a fucking bed in a box. And they gave her food, they let her go to the bathroom, but the rest of the time, the whole time she was in there. And she finally escaped, and she said that she invented a world in her brain when she was in the darkness, and she just lived there in this, like, what the brain did.
That's fucked up.
That's what. So I try to do the same thing. If okay, let's say I'm locked up, but the place I'm locked up is bigger. It's not under a bed. I can move. I can eat. I can go to the bathroom wherever I want. So if she was capable of doing that and inventing her own world in that space, how can I not do it in the same? Because I also think life's absurd. So that's why I think and sometimes when you have a lucid dream, when you want to fly, you can't always fly, even if you're aware that you're in the dream. And I think life is like that. Like I can't just say I want $1,000,000. It doesn't work like that. So I think I do think life is a dream, and you can decide if you want to keep staying in bed or if you want to move on, if you want to fly or if you want to make your dreams come true. I do think it's not thinking and it'll appear, but you have to, I think, like, be in that balance, like try to
Yeah,
play
but
both fields.
bear in mind, not everyone can do it. I think you can do it because you're smart, but there are idiots. They cannot. They have not developed their brains at a point that they can hack themselves.
I think a big difference between you and me, I think I don't really care what other people think about themselves. You understand?
Themselves.
Yeah, maybe I care what others think of me, but I don't care what other people think about themselves. Like, if there, I don't care. I really don't care if there are. I'm aware that there are people that don't make these questions but also people tell me, hey man, I think you think way too much. So
Haha, you're overthinking.
yeah, and that could be true, but what I don't overthink is other people's thoughts. If it's enough with mine.
Yeah, I get it.
So I don't
But you
worry
see,
about other people because you say there are people that don't think like you. I don't care. It's my fucking dream, you know. And
no. I'm saying that there are people that are not able to hack their brains.
But
You
what
know,
I try to worry is I would like for you to try that. Like, since you are my friend, I do want that for you, but I can't worry about everyone. There's no time.
oh, of
But
course.
but in this way, maybe this podcast is a way to try to transmit that idea. And I've been trying to say it. It's we are capable of manipulating our own minds into making this dream it's a better place. And I also think, of course, I'm saying
Allegedly.
this, Yeah, I'm saying this from, like you said, from my point of view. This is me, and I. But if I have 5 children, jobs, like
Yeah.
maybe I don't have the time to do that, but I do
Well,
have the time.
if I would worry about everyone, I would be a communist, but I'm not.
I don't know if I have a definition for that. Do you define yourself in a political way?
I believe, from the point of view of the state action, you say, because at the end it goes down to that, you know. How what are your views about the state regarding society? How much would you like, or would you think that's best for mankind, to the state to take action in certain aspects of life?
Man, I think
So,
I think that
so wait. I believe that I'm a fan of helping people. You know,
you're a what?
if someone needs, I'm a fan, like a groupie.
Fan.
You know,
Okay.
I'm a fan.
No,
Yeah,
sorry,
I don't
it's-
have that act.
It's
All
my
right,
bad.
I'm a
It's
no,
my
it's
bad.
okay.
My
It's
bad.
okay. I'm a fan of helping people.
Yeah.
I believe that if someone needs help,
Yeah.
you have to help him. But at some point, you gotta do your shit, man.
You first.
Because no one. No. I mean, if you need help, you should get help.
Yeah.
But at some point, you gotta do your own shit, man. Because no one cares about you. No one gives a fuck about you or your dream.
At the end
So you-
at the end of the day, it's true. In this society where we're told to behave and there are these laws, you're supposed to look out for each other, but in reality, it's like eat or be eaten. It's
Yeah, but there are strategic matters that shouldn't be left alone to the invisible hand. You know, like healthcare or education, because if you don't take action as a country, as the state, if the states doesn't take action, there will be people profiting with these areas, which are important to develop a country. You're gonna make money with that shit, you know. They don't care about people. Businessmen don't care about people. So if you let businessmen to take over healthcare and take over educational systems, they're just gonna fuck it up.
I think everyone could fuck it up because I think
Yeah, but you have a purpose.
But,
You know, what's
but
the
I would
purpose of a
change-
businessman?
I would say your theory is wrong for the word businessman because I think you can't say all businessmen think alike.
Most of them
Yes. So
are worried about
Yeah.
they're worried about the business.
But you're trying to englobe like businessmen, like they're
No, I'm a businessman. All right, I have a business.
yes.
I won't talk about that business, but I think like a businessman. You have earning and you have losses. So, if I take a business in, healthcare, I don't give a shit if the people die. I want them to pay me for the service. That's my main purpose because I'm running a business.
But you're not talking about you there. You're talking about because you could be a person.
Of course, you got exceptions in everything.
Could it be that there's a businessman that made a good business plan and made it cheap, and he kept things low prices and it made things work? Could that be?
Yeah, but
So there your
you
theory
can
is
take
wrong.
wait. You can take real examples of systems run by businessmen.
Yeah, but
of
there-
healthcare business.
Okay, but there are also people that are not businessmen who rob. There are people who are doctors that fuck kids. There
Yeah,
are people
of course.
who are teachers who kill people. There are clowns that murder families.
This is the paradox, because if I say this shouldn't be run by businessmen, this should be run by the state. The state is full of people, full of evil people.
Dude, man, what I'm trying to say is humans is the problem, not business.
The human nature is the
We
human nature.
shouldn't. Who governs the governors? You know who?
Oh yeah, I get it, Lisa Simpson.
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to say. Like the problem is that we're humans, and humans shouldn't be taking care of other humans. That system is wrong from its base, from its core. It's wrong because
Well,
power
we
corrupts the people. And if you have the opportunity to keep a little bit for yourself or a little bit for your family, you're gonna do it. It's in your nature. This from from when we are sperms, we we have to be the strongest to get to the egg, or we won't life won't be formed. So it's in our nature to be competitive. So you can't give other some people power, and that happens in some point in it's all a way to survive. It's this there's a pyramid, and nobody wants to be in the lower level, so they do anything to stay up.
you just did the Illuminati thing.
I did a pyramid, you know.
You're the Illuminati Jewish boy.
I
Hey,
I am.
yeah, no. Well, but think. What about system like the Swedish or Finlanders? You know, they
I
were
don't know.
rapists. They were fucking Vikings. They went all running about raping people and stealing shit. How the fuck they became this? That's a question for the philosophers. Because you see, they have arranged some sort of system where the decisions about healthcare and education are not left to business, to the market. Sure, there is room for businessmen to do business with the healthcare and the education, but the main service is provided by the state. Now, you might say, well, the state is run by people. People, the human nature is evil. Maybe that's the thing that we should be discussing, the human nature. But you have these examples of society that, at some level, because not everything is perfect, at some level they made it. They fucking made it. You know, they don't have people that cannot study because they don't have money. They don't have people that they cannot study in the best establishments because they don't have money. But they pay taxes, a shit ton, loads of taxes. Taxes that here in Latin America are ridiculous because you will say, yeah, right, I'm gonna give you half of my earnings to the state. Fuck that, those fuckers gonna steal everything. Because
Yeah,
we don't trust in the state here
yeah, that's a
in
problem.
Latin America.
Yeah, that's a
So
problem.
you have real examples of different kind of systems where the state takes the bull from the horns.
I like that.
But I don't think that might work here because the Latin America states are very weak
It's
and
true. It's true.
and they're
But
they
things
they
change. Things change, man. Because things
things
change, and
things
in our
change.
lifetime, I think we're gonna look back at these philosophies that we had, and I think there are two possible ways of thinking. We could say, man, were we wrong? Man, were we naive? Or man, I wish
Yeah.
that would have come true. I think. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. But that's why I think it's funner. It's funnier. I have much a better time just thinking of the absurdity of life. Like there's one life. That's what I think, and I like try to enjoy it, and I'm aware of where I am, and I try to bring joy to others, and not because I'm not a poor person in the street, I should go there, and because there are people below me in the streets, and there are people in their palaces or on their private jets, and I don't look at either of them differently. They have their reality, I have mine, and I could spend all day being sad because, oh, why am I here? Or I could be joyful. Oh, I'm here. I'm in this position where I can help others. That's
Well,
I think.
dude, what you do with your life is your own decision. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, sure. I don't know. Well,
When times change, when the economy goes bad, when society breaks,
like like now.
then we're gonna see the real faces. When policemen
Yeah.
don't want to go to work, when firemen
Yeah.
stop carrying, when doctors are up to here and they say fuck this shit when they're not getting paid, or when teachers when and that's
Yeah,
gonna happen. And
when the
then
zombies come, we need zombies here, man. That will show the true nature of people.
yeah, but I mean things if society's gonna change, I mean everything's gonna change. Like forget about living in a house, forget about buildings, forget about society. It's gonna be caves, it's gonna be weapons, it's gonna be survival.
Yeah,
And that's why
Max.
I think the United States is one of the most powerful countries in the world. It's because of the size of their weapons. That's what I think. They have the biggest guns, and it's and I heard this thing is like a country where or in the states that have open carry laws where you can carry a gun. People are
Yeah, with a permit.
people are very nice to each other.
Yeah, like Texas. Yeah,
Yes,
they're very nice.
that's what they say. Like people are very nice and carry.
They're fucking mental. You should
But
go there.
but that's what I find it's an interesting paradox that people can be with a weapon and they're gonna be the nicest because they say I'm not gonna fuck with anyone here because if I get into an argument they might fucking shoot me. So
Yeah.
and it,
Well, I have a weapon,
yeah, but I think the world
and,
would be
I'm not shooting people, but not everyone is prepared to have it. It's not loaded.
yeah. But if you knew that everyone had it, people wouldn't be shouting to other people in the streets. I mean in this traffic jams, people would be much nicer. I think.
Yeah,
And
but you
I
know,
think thieves would stop also.
they developed a country where guns are normalized, so you have mass school shootings. We don't have that.
Yeah.
The second we are allowed to get guns like a Texan, it's the countdown to the mass shooting.
I was just saying that they were nicer. Not, no, I wasn't.
I don't think they're nice.
I
I
bet
don't think
you
I don't think a guy carrying a gun is a fucking nice person.
no,
I'm not a
but
nice person.
people are nicer because everyone has a weapon. If you're that's what I'm saying. People are nicer to each other because they know that even if it's a small person, a gun, a magnum, well, you can kill anyone. You can be doesn't
Yeah.
matter your size, and also the other side is I can assure you that there has been mass shootings in states where there is not an open carry law. So it doesn't matter. Like people
No,
can
no, no,
cross,
no, no, no.
people can cross
I'm
straight.
talking about no. I'm talking about the normalization of
Yeah,
having guns.
yeah, but look, you can see in ancient times, people used to behead people I was in look, I was
Yeah,
in Bolivia.
that was great.
I was in Bolivia,
We should,
and
we should bring beheading back.
in the year like 2015, I was in Bolivia, and I went to a town called Sorata. There, 1 month before I'd been there, they had burned two people in the square, and they got all the children and everyone to the square to see the burning of these two thieves. They were thieves, and they told kids,
Ooh.
"Look, these are thieves, and if you rob, you are going to be killed by us." And they did it. So, and what I'm trying to say is, weapons, death,
Yeah.
it's been around for centuries.
But that's not weapon. That's fear. You're inspiring fear on kids.
Yeah,
The
I-
thing
I-
that when
the
you
nuclear
say
war-
that they're not when you say they are nicer to each other because they have guns, it's because they fear the other one
Yeah.
can shoot them.
That's why
It's all
that's
about fear.
and that's why I say that the United States is one of the most powerful countries in the world because it's feared of its, and also about these nuclear.
Oh, the nukes. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually every country everyone has one because if everybody has guns, people are nicer. So that's why people are nicer.
Yeah, it's that's what is called that's a stalemate.
You see.
They're fucking stalemate with nukes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Australia had a mass shooting and they banned, semi-automatic rifles,
Look,
and they hadn't.
in
They
in,
don't.
Aus-
They don't have a now. Now getting a gun is it's really hard.
in Australia,
So
there's this leaf, a plant that has micro needles in it, and it's called. It has a specific name, but people call it the suicide plant because the needles are so microscopic that you can't get it out. And there was a case of a person who was in the forest walking, and he cleaned his ass with that.
oh
and,
fuck
and
me, man.
and he committed suicide because the pain wouldn't go away. So that's why, I mean, Australia, I've heard, is a different world, man. It's a different world.
Yeah, you shouldn't wipe your ass with leaves.
I mean,
Definitely.
if you're in nature, you see one and it looks normal. I mean, I've cleaned
Fuck.
I've cleaned my ass with different things, sand and shit, and oceans, rivers.
Sand. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
All right, Kurt.
What, you want to leave?
What? No. I think we might. I want to recommend something to watch for you, and I
Yeah.
would like you to do the same.
Okay, do it.
Monty Python.
Yeah,
You know them?
Monty Python, amazing.
Have you seen Life of Brian?
Yes, of course.
Oh, there goes my recommendation.
But have you? But I've seen all the Monty Python movies. They're amazing. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
I have not seen them all.
yeah.
Which one you would recommend?
Life of Brian is
if-
cool. Is very good. The meaning of life.
The meaning of life. All right.
Yes, that's awesome.
Oh.
And they're all good. They're all amazing. They're all.
Yeah, but
the-
they're different.
Yeah, but I would have to check IMDb to give you more. Let's see. Wait. Have you seen the Usual Suspects?
Yeah. Kaiser Sosa.
That's an amazing movie, man.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, yeah, but no, don't.
Uh,
Let's go ping pong until. Have you seen Seven?
all right, until we have one. I would say, oh, you're gonna get mind fucked.
Let's see.
You know Richard Linklater.
Huh? What's that?
Richard Linklater. It's a director.
I know.
No, great. Um, this is called Waking Life.
Waking Light.
Life, like
Waking-
Life of Brian. Life, Waking Life.
Ah,
So it's about the.
is it a lot of stories about this person dreaming?
I don't know if those are a lot of stories. It's just this guy that doesn't know if he's dreaming or if he's awake. Yeah, please do. You see, he bumps with these characters, and then he doesn't know if what's happening, and a lot of them are very wise people, which there are really tough moments of teaching.
Yeah.
Like you will face everything, nihilism, Buddhism, every ism that you know.
I'm gonna
will be
watch
there.
it today. I'm gonna watch it today. Cause
And at some point, the guy says, "Where the fuck is this coming from? I mean, where does this knowledge comes?"
he's aware of
and-
his own being.
Yeah, at some point he finds
Don't spoil me. Don't
Oh,
spoil. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it. I swear to you. I swear. I'm
All
gonna
right.
see it. I'm gonna see
okay.
it.
So what should I see?
What?
What should I see? Watch.
Let's see,
What
let's
should
see.
I watch?
Yes.
Well, I haven't watched The Meaning of Life, so I think I will start there.
Yeah, do that. That. Oh, you're gonna have a lot of fun watching that. You're gonna have a lot of fun, man.
All right, we're gonna have some really good material for the next transmission because Waking Life gonna give you shit
can
load of
imagine.
to think.
I can
So
imagine.
that
Hey, you
Yeah.
wanna finish it off now, or you wanna keep going?
I think we are out of time, man.
Okay, good. I think it was a cool episode.
I have to do some shit now.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, always, brother.
So
I missed the little fella.
Yeah, he's a fucking bastard.
The
He's
little
he's
fella.
he's a horny dude who prefers pussy than speaking with two friends.
Yeah, the little fella is fucking right now.
Yeah, fucking
He's
bastard.
like, that's cool.
Any message you want to say to the people?
Yeah, go nuts, but with balance.
Be my mother, love.